There, so today we have another review, and this is a beer from Firestone Walker. This is Rosalie, their attempt at a rosé beer. So obviously, a rosé is quite popular these days. So we're doing a craft version of that with Firestone Walker. And look at this can. First off, it comes in a Red Bull kind of 6-point kind of can, not their general design. It doesn't even look like a Firestone Walker beer until you have the Firestone label right there. So definitely a different kind of marketing, different kind of label on here, crazy stuff. But what is this? This is a 5% beer, light beer, brewed with Chardonnay grapes, and then also hibiscus to pink it up and get that rosé kind of thing going on. Quite interesting. Let's dig into this one. So the beer comes in a light pink color, this rosé. The beer actually is not that vibrant in its hibiscusness. It can be a little bit more purple, a little bit more rich, but it shines pretty much looking like rosé. Beautiful clarity on there, wonderful carbonation. Let's get the nose. So I smell it immediately. I did some research, which helps me sort of figure out what I'm smelling. This beer is slightly soured, so just like some wines that have a lower pH, they're trying to drop the pH towards something like wine, and I get that kind of just generic kind of lacto ferment kind of thing. It's actually not that sour, but you smell Berliners here, where it's like under tart and it has that aromatic to it. Underneath, there's a little bit of this kind of sweet, fruity hibiscus thing. It smells quite nice. Other than that, it's dominated by lacto. I will say that. Quite nice, follows through. So up front, you get that lacto attack. Again, this is not a sour beer. It's not even a tart beer. It's like, it's when breweries release something like a Berliner or Gose or something, and it's like so under what you expect. This is sort of done well in the sense that this is not a sour beer. This is not a tart beer. It's right under that cusp. I'm actually curious what the pH or TA on this is. It's like right there, right before it gets like a little bit tart. Following through, it has that lacto thing going on. It has, which is like an, I don't know how to describe it. It's a little papery. I don't know how to describe it. Anyway, going on, there's a little bit of like barely any malt driving in here. The beer is wonderfully dry. And then there's a punch of that kind of Chardonnay grape character. The Chardonnay and multiple other varietals in here. It tastes like you've just literally mixed up an under sour beer or barely tart beer with wine. There is a pure actual wine grape kind of character in this one. And then there's a general theme of this like lightly tart and fruity hibiscus note that dances around. Beautiful carbonation on this one as well, but bone dry, quite nice. It does its job. I'm curious where the market sort of hits, where wine drinkers might drink this or beer drinkers might drink this. You know, maybe it finds a niche, but whatever it is, it's wonderfully well executed. I think it's very smart for them to drop the pH on this beer and make it slightly barely tart and sort of imitate sort of sparkling rosé in this glass. And the great thing about it is that a lot of these products end up being, as in wine, over 10%. This is 5%, so you can drink double the volume. You're sort of making your own kind of wine spritzer in here, but it is a malt product, so you know there is that. But it's beautifully dry and sort of imitates what a wine spritzer can be in a can. I'm just not sure the wine drinkers are going to be sold on this. I really doubt that beer drinkers are going to drink this as a marketing ploy, and then the wine drinkers, I'm just not quite sure they're going to be sold on this. But I think it's well executed. As a beer drinker, I'm enjoying this one, and it does what it sells. And you know, personally, obviously, I prefer something a little bit more complex, a little bit more sour, but it is what it is. And as for rating, the carbonation really helps push this beer along. It's a crusher. This beer's getting an 87 for me. 87. Just wonderful execution. Until next time, guys. Cheers.